ESPNU, as many of you know, I have written a prep book for Exam P, which is available for purchase on Amazon. And I keep updating this book as SOA makes changes to its syllabi. As of today, this is updated for the September and November 2023 SOA syllabi. And I would highly recommend that you always purchase a new book because this is the only one that will be guaranteed to be updated. Whereas if you buy a used book, it may not be the latest version and it may not be updated. Now, the way the book is structured is that, as you know, an SOA has over 300 sample questions. So what I've done is I've broken those sample questions into small portions. So the first portion is problems 1 through 16. And then before starting explanations of these problems, I provide a tool sheet needed for this set. So for example, here are the tools that you will need for problems 1 through 16. And then I start explanations of the problems. I don't repeat the questions. Those you can get from the SOA website. And if you have difficulty finding those, you can email me and I will give you the link for the SOA problems. And after I explain all these problems, I first of all, you would notice that these explanations are in synchronization with the explanation videos that I have made on this channel. As you know, I have made videos on each and every SOA sample questions as of today, and these problems are correctly numbered, and I do not know of any other channel where they have these updates. Because there were some people who made videos in the past, but once SOA made a lot of changes, those channels were not updated, whereas over here you will find the complete updated sample questions. Every sample question has a separate video and they're all correctly numbered as they are in the current SOA website. So after providing explanations to all these sample questions, I give you a quiz, which is based on this corresponding set. So for example, the first quiz is based on problems 1 through 16, and these quiz problems are fresh problems. So each quiz has roughly 10 problems, more or less. And solutions are provided after every question, but I would highly recommend that you hide the solution and you try to work out a problem on your own. And these quizzes will strengthen what you just learned in the previous set of problems. And then after the quiz, I start the second set of problems again. I first provide you with the tools that are needed in the second set, and that's again followed by a quiz after the explanations for the second set, and so on. Now, one interesting thing is that whenever there's a formula that is needed for a certain set, so for example, let's say there's a formula that is needed for problems 53 through 64, but that formula has already been mentioned in an earlier tool sheet. I will not ask you to refer to that earlier tool sheet, but I will again provide you with a formula in this new tool sheet so that you don't have to turn back pages. And after all this is complete, let's make a note over here that it seems as if this last set of problems contains a lot of questions. So for example, quiz 24, here it seems as if there are a lot of questions here. Generally, I try to keep it 10 to 15 problems in a set. But here it seems as if I have a lot of problems from 288 to 319, but most of them are duplicates. SOA has caught some of these, but even as of today, SOA has not caught all these duplicates, but in my book, I have caught all the duplicates. And once you get to this area, I will mention on a page that which questions are duplicates of which questions. So these are not the 32 questions as it may appear from the numbers. They are far less. And so after all the quizzes have been completed, I give you 2 practice exams, which are the same length as the actual SOA exam. So you should time yourself, give yourself 3 hours and exam conditions to solve these exams. And then once you've done the exams, you can look at the solutions. Afterwards, I have a comprehensive formula sheet, which is more than a formula sheet. It can be considered as a good last couple of hours review for the exam. Wherever possible, I've given you a brief explanation on when the formula is applicable. And towards the end, I have introductions to gamma distribution, beta distribution, which are also part of the SOA syllabus. As of now, we don't have any sample questions for which you need knowledge of gamma and beta distributions, but in the exam, you will most likely see problems which involve these. And I have provided some examples which will give you a nice exposure, and you will not be at a loss when you see a gamma or a beta distribution problem in the exam. And that was all I had to say. May God be with you in your journey towards exam P.